So I'm standing next to a 57 Chevy 210 with all kinds of custom goodies to dress it up like a classic gasser. So let's go talk to the owner and find out more about it.
Hey, my name is Terrence. This is my 57 Chevy gasser, and you're watching East Coast Garage. I found this through a friend of mine who told me about it. He said, instead of cleaning gutters and cutting grass, you need a hobby.
Yeah.
So come look at this. So I rode up there, we looked at it, and it was in rough shape. Believe me, it didn't look anything at all like this. If you would call it a barn find, it wasn't in the barn, it was outside of the barn next to the woods. The hood was diagonal, so it was full of leaves. It sat on an angle, so the rainwater collected to one side. One side was okay, one side was rusted. It had snakes and mice living in it. First the mice, then the snakes. It was just primered, probably, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 layers of primer.
Wow.
Underneath one of the layers is where we found the decal that hang 'em high, old Western style letters. So when it was at the track, I'm sure they were doing just that.
And then what happened? Like, how long did it take for you to get it to what we're looking at right now?
The car was bought in early July of 24, and in February of 25 was the show of Asphalt Angels in Ashland, and we were determined this car was going to be in that show. It took 6 months, almost to the day, just about literally working almost every day.
Wow.
To take it from a primed, messed up, to what you see now.
6 months, man.
6 months, it went from
that's a lot of work.
Rough to.
That's even more impressive because it could take people years and years. That's awesome.
And
man.
there's probably years left in it.
Sure.
Still.
Project's never done.
It's never done.
Yeah.
No, it's never finished. You can always change something around.
Don't ever tell your wife the last thing you're going to do is this, because it isn't.
No, it just it turned out way better than I could imagine or expected. Really did.
Yeah.
It really did. You get a good sense of accomplishment.
Yeah. I went over like 17 bridges and 3 hours of driving. It's definitely worth it to come to something like this sitting in a parking lot. And it's really cool too because we're building a car family here. Whether it's the person being featured or the person watching the video, y'all are all part of the family. And this isn't just any old YouTube channel, it's a show where people get to put their stories out there and we get to see something different every single week. So there's 2 things that really caught my attention when I first saw this. I mean, this is number 1. You know, you got 2 carburetors, tonal ram intake manifold, your classic gasser. Even the hole that you cut out around the hood is very well done.
Turned out great.
Yeah,
Turned out great.
I love it, dude. The height of your breather is perfect. Looking out, you know, it doesn't obstruct the road or anything.
The engine's actually raised a little bit, maybe a ½ inch in the front, so it does give it that tilt back.
Okay, yeah, definitely gives it a nice look.
It had small round breathers on it, but I didn't like them.
Yeah.
I like these a lot better.
Yeah, these are beautiful. And then the second thing, you know, the most eye-catching really is just all of the graphics and little details all around it. It just brings you back into the 50s and the 60s.
The whole idea was to recapture that look, and the decals, the paint, everything just adds to it. Tried to copy as much as I could, put it back in that particular time period.
Yeah.
That was the whole idea.
And it's cool because the more and more I go to car shows, the less gassers that I see.
True.
Wait, hold on one second. So for those of y'all who are wondering what a gasser is or what it refers to, it's a style of a race car from the 1950s and 60s characterized by their use of gasoline as fuel instead of race fuel and a distinctive appearance. Gassers are usually known for having a high front end, straight axles, and fender well headers. While this car doesn't have the front end raised up, it is still a nostalgic build with a gasser vibe.
This is a representation of your backyard.
Yeah.
What you had, you throw together.
With that being said, it's beautiful. You know, Fulcher Finishes painted it.
Yes, indeed. Justin did a wonderful job on it.
Yeah.
Appreciate him doing that.
He did. But at the same time, it's a driver and it's very well established for its era because it isn't one of those pretty shiny, super clean show cars.
Right, and it was never intended to be that way. That's not what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I wanted something that looked like it just left the track. You know,
yeah,
you were getting ready to put on the trailer to take it home. It's not going to be a lot of chrome. The paint job is not spectacular. It's a very good paint job. Could have spent a heck of a lot more money and gotten something ultra. This is not that. This is just as represent the time of the gasser. That's all.
We got to talk about this. Does it have a 327 in it?
Actually, it does not. It's a 383 stroker.
Nice. And it looks exactly like a 327 would.
It's identical block.
Yeah. So it's a sleeper at the same time.
So you wouldn't be able to look at it and tell. Right, that's true.
Yeah, so people be like, it's probably not that fast. It's just got a 327 in it, man.
Looks the same, exactly the same.
And I mean, if it really came down to it, you know, and you could just tell someone, yeah, man, it's slow. It's just got a 327. Let's go on the highway and do a couple rolls, you know? And at one point in time, could have had a 327.
Could have had it. It's had many owners, many owners. At one time, it's most certainly had a 327 in it. 383 stroker,
Nice.
wind tunnel, 2 Holly 450s. And again, the breathers sticking through the hood. It reminds a lot of people of the time, and that was the whole idea.
And I love your overflow, your Miller Lite can.
Yes, and it works. It's functional.
That's cool. That's a nice like little gasser touch. You know? Like you just used what you had.
What was laying around?
Yeah.
That's it. Solid cam, lifters. It sounds good. It sounds real good.
Yeah.
Straight exhaust. So.
When you get a solid cam and something with straight exhaust, it's rowdy.
It is.
Nice.
It sounds good.
Where are the seatbelts at?
They're behind you. They're not installed yet, but they're on the list to get installed.
So this is the third car I filmed recently without seatbelts, so I'm kind of used to it by now, but let's go. Oh yeah.
Ford 9-inch rear, 411 gears, and it's a spool. And when you're on the pavement, you'll hear it squealing.
Yeah.
In the gravel, it gives a little bit. And we don't have shocks in the back.
No shocks in the back, all right. No shocks, no seatbelt. Yeah, it's a rowdy car. I like it. Definitely has a lot of low-end torque and just good power, reliable power, you know. And then you got the classic drag tires. This is vintage.
These are the pie crust, which is correct with the era, time-wise. American Racing mags, I thought looked good with the gray with the white paint.
Yeah, it does.
The skinny Morosos in the front.
Life's a gasser.
That was a friend of mine, thought of that, and we agreed on that. It had to have something. It had to have some kind of lettering on it. Cameron painted this, and he did. You always have to have the thanks to on the back as well.
Oh, yeah.
So those were...
I like that.
That's me. That's my wife. That's Mark's son, and that's Mark.
Nice.
Everybody beat and banged on it at some point or another.
Well, then the door paint, Kinefix Chevrolet, is this the dealership?
That was the dealership in Maryland where I grew up. Gassler's almost always had some type of advertisement.
Right.
A dealer, rod shop, parts store, some type of a sponsor that threw money at it. So that is what I just remembered, that time-wise, it fits perfect. Cameron did the flames. He did this paint, he did this paint. Justin did the stripe and the 327. We put the decals on. These were here. The only decals I added was, this is Cameron's, this is Justin's. Of course, we're here right now. The car actually was raced at a track near Buffalo, New York, which is what this is, New York International Raceway Park.
Nice.
I tried to find videos on it and I couldn't find, I found the track and I found some cars. I couldn't find this car.
Well, maybe they'll see this video. Yeah, well, you did a wonderful job.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it is a spitting image of the 50s and 60s.
Then it worked. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, it worked.
It's helped me a lot. It gives me something to do. It keeps you
Nice.
going. You're always thinking about something to do with this.
Yeah.
And there's always something to do.
I just want to say thanks for sharing your story on this car and showing us all the little details, because it's awesome, dude. You did such a fantastic job, and I
really appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all watching this too, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again, Terrence, for showing us your awesome car and for being a part of the car family here at East Coast Garage. And it's very inspirational. If you're building a project car right now or thinking about building one, hopefully this video gave you some inspiration as well. Thank you all for checking this out, and we'll see you in the next one with a 1957 Nash Metropolitan with a huge motor popping out of the hood. It's a wild car. See you there.